everybody. I'm eating fruit snacks, y'all. I just realized before, I was like, I ain't even eat nothing, I'm nervous. Let me eat some fruit snacks. I'm about to wait for some people to get on here. Yeah, I'm gonna start, y'all. All of a sudden, I don't know how to work like any of my social media. I'm like shaking. Alright, I just shared it. I'm gonna wait for a little while, probably another minute. I'm gonna get into it. Excuse me. Y'all, I got Grace's tablet ready for the comments. What's up? I got my little handy dandy notebook here. Y'all already, I'm prepared. I'm excited. It's been a while, y'all. I think our last video, well, the last video I was in about a month ago. Almost a month ago. Yeah. So I'm ready. I'm excited. All right. I'm gonna start praying. Then we're gonna get into it. I'm gonna tell Alexa to be quiet real quick. Alexa, volume 1. All right, y'all. Dear Lord Heavenly Father, we just thank you for this day. Thank you for the opportunity for me to come back, God. As I'm talking, I just want to say, more of you, less of me, God. Speak through me so that people don't just see me, but they hear the voice of you. For anybody who needs to hear this message, I pray that it resonates with you and it doesn't fall on deaf ears. And we're going to get this. We're going to get this work. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. All right, y'all. I have so much to say and I feel like so little time to say it, and I'm excited and I'm nervous because I have not done this by myself, and I'm just like but I got a message today and this is what it is. Okay, so y'all know the last video that I was in, it was an emotional one, y'all. It was a very emotional one. I was definitely in a place of fear and confusion and just frustrated at what God was doing in my life, or what I felt he wasn't doing in my life. And okay, Victoria, coming into self. But yeah, I was just in this place of just frustration. I wasn't understanding what God was calling me to do. So I decided to take a break from living victoriously, social media as well, and really take a step back and reevaluate what I was doing in my life, what I felt like I was doing wrong, what God was calling me to do, and I was too nervous, shy, distracted to really do. So this is it. As you see by the title, it is called "What If the Problem Is You?" In parentheses, get out of your way. So I will continue to talk about my season of frustration. Again, as in the last video I was in, y'all, I was crying. I was just like, oh my gosh, I don't understand. Like, I was in this place of hurt. Like, I see people doing the things, living the life, having the abundance that I want. And God, I'm more faithful than I have ever been. And my life is still not what I think it should be. My life is still just not going how I thought it should go. And y'all, I was so frustrated. And in that frustration, I was not abiding by what God was calling me to do, what he wanted me to do, what I felt in my spirit that he wanted me to do. Like, sometimes I think we are scared of what God is calling us to do, and we're like, this is uncomfortable. I don't want to do this. And I'm gonna get a little bit more into that as well. But I put a lot of blame of my frustration of not being in a place of intimacy. And this is a topic that me and Victoria covered on Live Victoriously before. And I don't think I fully grasped that, what the intimacy with God is. And so in this break, I really took a step back, y'all. Like, I really was like, okay, I'm not gonna indulge in TV as much as I do. I'm not going to be on social media, give social media my time and my attention as much. I'm gonna just try to be in God's word as much as I can be, and get more revelation. And in that, I was frustrated, y'all. I was frustrated. I was mad. I ain't gonna lie. I was questioning God. I was like, what is it that you want me to do? Like, I don't understand. Like, it's too much for me. Like, I be praying. I pray all the time, God. Like, this is beyond me. And it's so funny that I say that, because I'm like thinking like, oh, from January this year, I've grown so much and I pray so much more now, and I give God so much more time. And he like, yeah, you're supposed to. I'm proud of you, but there's still another level that I'm trying to take you to that you're being hesitant about. And I'm just like, you know what, God, I can't do this no more. You said if I stay true to your word, if I stay true to XYZ, that I'm going to, have all my blessings, and I'm going to live this life that you called me to have, and that I wish and that I desire. And I was like, I'm sick of this. Like, I am tired. I'm not doing this, y'all. So in my season of frustration, I just got to be honest with you. I went back to some old things. I went back to some old situations. And in my notes, y'all, I wish y'all could see this. I wrote epic fail. It was an epic fail, y'all. Because I tried to go back to old things because I remember being comfortable there. And I remember being comfortable there, and it was okay for me to be there, and it was just like, it was fine. There was no real effort out of me, and I tried to go back to that. And I just want y'all to know, even in your disobedience, because yes, I was being very disobedient at first. Even in your disobedience, God reveals things to you. So this old situation that I put myself back in this situation, and the conversation that I was having and the environment that I was in, I was looking around and I was listening to the conversation. I was like, oh, this is why I'm not here anymore. Like, have you ever not talked to somebody for a long time, and then you have a conversation with them, and you like, you have not grown, not now a little bit. God was talking to you, but you wasn't listening to him. Like, it was like that, y'all. It was wild to me, because I'm like, even in my disobedience, God is like really revealing to me, like, you are in a place that you can't go back to what was. It's not comfortable for you anymore. You've learned too much. You've grown too much, and those things are not for you. So I was like, okay, God, I don't want to be disobedient anymore. I don't want to, I don't want to talk to that old thing anymore. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to entertain old things no more. Y'all know what I'm talking about. If you got a little old boo thing, you thought she was going to hit him back up. Hey, what's up? How you doing? You know what I'm saying? And then the conversation goes sideways. She was like, I knew I should have left him alone. That was me. But y'all, honestly, just in that season, I just saw after old things, and it was too much. I wrote rebellion on my notes, but I was reading 2 Corinthians throughout this past month, off and on, and 2 Corinthians chapter 7 verses 9 through 10. You let the distress bring you to God, not drive you from him. The result was all gain, no loss. The stress that drives us to God does that. It turns us around. It gets us back in the way of salvation. We never regret that kind of pain. And y'all, I read this passage. I was like, ooh, this is really speaking to me. This is really something, you know what I'm saying? This is really something good for me. Because I got so frustrated that I let my frustration and my emotions and my feelings and my flesh put me back into situations that I didn't need to be in. And I was just like, what are you doing, Liv? Like, this don't even feel right. Like, yes, you're uncomfortable with what God is calling you to do, but you also uncomfortable with going back to those old things. So, like, do you really want to keep feeding the old things, or do you want the provision of God and what God is calling you to do and walking in the way, in the path that God has already set forth for you? So this was a real one-on-one moment, y'all. This was a moment where I was like, okay, let me step back. Let me get in a place of intimacy. I learned it, y'all. I know what intimacy is now with the Lord. So instead of it being like a checklist or something that I felt like I needed to do, oh, I need to go home and do my Bible study, I had to like switch the way I thought about stuff. So I was just like, God, in this moment, I just want to talk to you. I want everything that you want from me. I'll relinquish all of that to you. So it's no longer a task, but I feel excited. I'm happy to be in your presence. I want to talk to you, y'all. After a day of work, I'd be like, oh, I can't stand these people. I'd be so ready to hop in this closet, y'all. I was like, okay, Lord, let me tell you about my day. And it got to a point where I was excited to talk to God, y'all. I was excited to be like, oh my gosh, like, you hearing me. Like, I didn't need the validation from social media or anybody telling me I'm cute or, you know what I'm saying, the likes. I didn't need that because I was getting all that from God. Like, I was seeking that from God. And this is about to go into something else, so let me bring it back into my notes. I wrote, even in my disobedience, God showed me where I was at in my healing, and he did, y'all. It's amazing looking back now, from even where I started at the beginning of this year until where I'm at now. It's just like, I'm proud, I'm excited. Yes, I still got a long ways to go, but God really he been really showing out, and I really had to take a step back and be like, okay, Liv, yes, you've come a long way, and yes, you've grown, and God has cultivated you in so many ways, but there's also still so many other things and nuances of yourself that God wants to touch in your life. And yeah, he's just been revealing so much to me. Okay, so ways to get out of your way, ways to let you not be the problem no more in your own life. For me, number one, I said establishing intimacy. That is number one for me. Establishing intimacy. I put that on like exclamation points and, you know, fireworks and pew, 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 like all of that. Establishing intimacy with God, y'all. It's so necessary, and I wish I could describe it in a way that makes sense to you. But honestly, even looking back when me and Victoria were doing videos, it's like I heard what she was saying, but it wasn't until I experienced that for myself that I fully grasped what she meant about intimacy with God. But in doing that, it's whatever it looks like for you. I can't tell you what that looks like for you, but for me, it was me deleting social media off of my phone, because I realized that if I didn't have anything to do, instead of going to God and talk, I was on my phone, I was on Facebook, I was on Instagram, I was, you know, doing other things were catching my attention. No TV. Y'all know I don't have a TV in my room. I do that for a reason. One, because my anxiety level be on 10. I don't need to hear nothing in the middle of the night. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that. I don't like that at all. But also, no TV, because I want my room to be a place where it's intimate with myself and with God. I just don't need no distractions. So for me, it was no TV. Even in the living room, I was just like, I'm good. It's fine. I limited my TV. Also, what you watch, what you listen to, but that's a different topic for a different day. Just being in a quiet place, and again, not making your relationship with God a checklist. Not making it be like, oh, okay, I had Bible study today for 15 minutes. This is it. It's really being like seeking God in everything that you do. Like, it's really like, oh God, I had a bad day, or oh God, I had this interaction. How can I be better? Oh God, I got mad and I said X, Y, and Z. Let me not say anything. Let me take a step back and realize what you're trying to teach me in this moment. So number one for me was establishing intimacy. Number two, in establishing that intimacy, what is God calling you to do that you're refusing to do? I know for a fact, y'all, I know for a fact, I was crying in that video. I was hurt. I was like, God, why? What are you trying to say to me? But I knew exactly what God wanted. God was telling me so often that he wanted me to be in a more intimate place with him, and I was refusing because I didn't understand what that was. Like, y'all, me growing up in the church, honestly, the only thing I can recall is like Bible study on Wednesdays, church on Sundays, you know what I'm saying? And that was what it was, but it was never like, in your quiet time, are you talking to God? You know, in your frustrated times, are you talking to God? In your happy times, are you talking to God? Excuse me. Oh, sorry, y'all. I ain't gonna say I didn't learn that, but I never applied that to me. So God, whatever God is calling you to do or revealing to you, you need to hone in on that, look at that, be in prayer about that, and ask God what it is exactly that he wants you to do with that. What matters most? This one was a big one to me. What matters most? When I tell you your walk with God is the death of self, it is the death of self. And I don't think I realized the extent of that, because this is where, for me, was big. It was me asking God, what did I really want? What are the things that I really want? Like, did I really need that image? Did I really need those clothes? Am I really, focused in on that money? Am I really worried about that man? You know what I'm saying? It was all of those things. And it was like, are those things taking my attention away from God? Am I placing those things in front of God? And when I realized, like, y'all, I really wanted the money, y'all. Like, I'm really running towards the money. I'm like, I'm a nurse now, you know what I'm saying? I really want the money. I really want the image. I really want the man. And I was like, I'm so focused on what I don't have that I'm not even thanking God for what he has done in my life, y'all. If you knew me in high school, this live ain't even close to what high school live was. Like, I was just not, y'all, I was out here, you know what I'm saying? Like, I had no plan. I think my first semester when I graduated high school and went to college, my first semester, I was going there for the looks, y'all. I was posting pictures. I was like, oh, I'm cute. I had just had my little heart broke, had just lost a little weight, you know what I'm saying? I was on MySpace. I was on MySpace, like, wilding out, y'all. And I was just like, this is for the looks. And I went my first semester of college, I failed both of my classes because I wasn't worried about I wasn't worried about school. I wasn't worried about nothing. Like, I had no plan for my life. I was like, I don't want to be a nurse. My mom is a nurse. My grandmother was a nurse. I don't want to do that. Like, I was just like, okay, it is what it is. I'm good, blah, blah, blah. And if you would have told, after high school lived where she was now, she'd be like, oh, you lying. Oh, you most definitely lying. Like, that's not even what it is. Like, it's so funny, but it's so true. Like, I was really wild. Anywho, but it wasn't until I got serious one night, y'all. I'm in the closet. Y'all know me and Victoria talk about the closet all the time. I was in the closet, y'all, and I was crying. Like, I was boohoo crying. And I'm like, God, if you never do another thing for me, it's enough. And I really had to be for real. Like, God, if I never get that man that I want, if I never have another child, if I don't get another car, if I don't have the money, if I don't get the business that I want, if I'm in this apartment forever, it's enough, because you already put me in a place of so much abundance, of things that I've never seen for myself. So, like, it took me stepping back and being like, God, I'm thankful. And I know that's going to be hard, because it was hard for me to humble myself and be like, God, I just thank you for what I have. Even if I don't get nothing else, God, I just thank you for what it is right now. Like, I don't need another materialistic thing. I don't need a man to tell me that he loves me. God, I want it from you, and I'm seeking it from you. That's when, honestly, my mindset started to change, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like, I'm not battling anxiety anymore. I'm not battling depression anymore. I'm not, in my thoughts so much, because I'm looking to God for the answers. I'm not trying to pave the way. Y'all, for example, have you ever gone down a dirt road? You like, oh, I know a cut. I know a little sideway, a little dirt road, you know what I'm saying? And you're like, it's gonna get me there quicker. I know where to go, I know how to go, or whatever. You going down this dirt road, but you realize the pace is a little slower. You getting there, but the pace is a little slower. The road is a little bumpier than you expect. You're like, oh, I ain't even see that there. Oh, I ain't even know that there. That was me. That was me trying to find my own way. That was me trying to go down an unpaved road that God did not call me to go down. So instead of me being on the way that God had led me, the way God has like, this is your road, this is your lane, I need you to stay in this. It's not going to be all easy, but you wasn't going to have those unexpected potholes in the road. You wasn't going to, damage yourself getting there. Hello, somebody. I need somebody to clap in the comments. You aren't going to damage yourself getting there because you thought you knew your own way. This is when we have to like stay in our lane, God. Y'all, this is when we have to really hone in on what God is telling us to do, because it's so easy to take what we think is the easy way out. It's so easy to go down the quick path. It's so easy to try to take an easy way out, and you taking the easy way out, but you damaging yourself along the way. Like, and then once you there, you too damaged to even do the work that God calling you to do. Like, let's be for real. Like, I'll be trying to like take these shortcuts in the way that God is telling, like in the way that God is talking to me and God wants me to do things. And I'm realizing like, I could have really avoided X, Y, and Z had I just stayed where God wanted me to be. I was so uncomfortable with what God wanted that I decided to do something else, and I damaged myself, and I'm uncomfortable over here too. So if you're gonna be uncomfortable, why not be in the lane that God has you in? Because he already has that plotted out for you. He already has that aligned for you. That's already your way. Can't nothing stop you from what God is calling y'all to do, y'all. So I really want y'all to like be excited, be happy. It's not that difficulties aren't going to come, because baby, they're going to come, but it's what you do in those moments of difficulty that really shows your growth and shows your maturity in God. Okay, enough of that. Number 3, what is number 3? Number 3 is your freedom in God. Your freedom in God. And I'm coming from 2 Corinthians again. I'm giving y'all some more word. 2 Corinthians 1:6. When we suffer for Jesus, it works out for your healing and salvation. Y'all, I did not come here to look cute, even though I do look cute. Shout out to God and Joyce and Eric. But I really came here to let y'all know that it hurts. Healing hurts, y'all. And me and Victoria did a video about this before, but healing really hurts. Healing, like, honestly, I'll tell you no, like, I think the healing process hurt me more than actually going through what I went through. Because, one, it held me accountable to some things that I was like, wow, I knew that, and I just thought that I knew better than God, and he humbled me really quickly. It just opens your eyes, y'all. It opens your eyes to, I'm at a loss for words at this moment, but I'm gonna go back to number 3. Your freedom in God. So out of 1 and 2, that's when, for me, is when I found freedom. That's when I was like, okay, I might be ready to go back to live victoriously. I had to let go of the reins. I don't know it all. I don't have it all. I don't know all the answers. I don't know why God does the things that he does. But honestly, the minute that we stop trying to worry about what God is doing and how he's going to do it and how it's going to make sense, that's when we get real freedom in God, y'all. This is also when our faith comes into play. I have this little excerpt from my Daily Bread devotional. This is what I do in the morning when I first wake up. But I made a little note. And in here it says, do I look longingly at the things that will harm me? Do I ignore God's plentiful provision because I imagine that something just beyond my reach is better? Do I spend my time on the fringes of faith? And this is when faith really comes into play. And it's not an easy thing, because we want to know, we want to have this plan, this blueprint of our lives. I'm really, I feel some type of way about the 5-year plan. People be like, the 5-year, the 10-year plan. Definitely have goals, definitely set goals. Definitely have those things, a vision for you, but also at the same time, give God the lead. God, I want this, but no matter how you get me to it, it's fine. Like, and I know that's hard, but that's really just like relinquishing everything, all your thoughts, all whatever you held true to be to you. Like, just, that's when it goes away. That's when you're just like, hey God, I don't know what this is, but I'm trusting you that you're gonna make it better. You're gonna lead the way, and it's gonna be better than what I even envisioned. And God has the big picture. I saw this meme on Facebook, and it's like, I know y'all had to see it. It's not even a meme. It was a picture, and it was like this fence, like just the door of the fence, not even a fence, just the door of a fence in the middle of a yard, and the rest of the fence was not there. Just imagine this is the fence door. It's bolted there. You know what I'm saying? And they were like, oh, make your own sermon title from this, and I'm like, why? Like, I don't get it. But y'all, I said it. I looked at it because I was like, I want to make my own sermon title. Like, I want to figure out what I could say about this. But when I saw that, I laughed a little bit because y'all, you can see this picture. You can see this gate. You can be so zoomed in on it that you're like, God, why is this gate not opening for me? Why is this door not opening for me? Why can't I get through this way? Why can I not do this way? Why when I try to open it, why when I try to get through it, why when I try to get over it, you know, I can't do that. But this is when I tell you God has the bigger picture when you zoom out. When you step back and you're like, God, what is it that you want me to have? You would see, one, that you can get over that. You can get around that. Like that one thing is not holding you back, y'all. That one thing, that gate door is not holding you back. It's the fact that you're so zoomed into it that you feel like you can't go, that you're frustrated. You're like, God, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to do this, that, X, Y, and Z. And he's like, just take a step back. Take a step back in me and talk to me and let me show you the way. And you won't even be worried about that because you'll realize you got a left, you got a right, you got a up, you got a down. It's a way around it. God is so good and so faithful, y'all, that it doesn't matter what you see. It doesn't matter the doors that are closed in your face. None of that matters, because if there's a will, it's a way. God has a way for your life that is intended to go. And once you hone in on that, once you let God show you that way, it becomes so much better. You're not frustrated about what you see no more, because you know no matter what you see, God got something for that. You're like, oh, okay, you know what I'm saying? Another roadblock, but it's cool, you know what I'm saying? You're going to switch lanes. God going to have you switch lanes on them. And you're going to like, okay, this is cool. This is what's up. Thank you, God. I appreciate this. Like, you're just going to be in this place of, it's not about you, no, it's not about self, it's about God. And it's such a beautiful place to be in. I really, really, really hope that just me, my frustration season, my sharing with you all is helpful in some kind of way, y'all. Like, I know for a fact that this is nobody but God, because first of all, if y'all know me, y'all know I do not want to sit on here and talk at all by myself. Like, I'm just like, I don't think I want to do this for real. But this is really something that God placed in my heart, and I feel like so many of us need to hear it, and I probably need to go back and listen to this again, because I be trying to find a way for myself, and God be like, baby girl, let me do it for you, please. I'm a gentleman, you have to let me in first. But y'all, thank you for watching. If you have any comments, comment now. I'm gonna be here for like 2 more minutes and then I'm out of here. Also, Blessed t-shirt. Your girl is a brand ambassador now. What's up? This is from Christ Apparel. They have a lot of cute shirts. Y'all know I like my graphic tees. Y'all know I like, you know what I'm saying, my little shirts, my little statement pieces. So this is from Christ Apparel, and I will actually take some pictures later. And I have a coupon code for 15% off of any shirt that you would like. And it is Olivia E. That's the discount code, Olivia E. Discount code. Again, I will post some pictures and give y'all all the details. I thank everybody for watching. Thank you, Victoria, for being on here and supporting me and commenting through, you know, my little nerves. I appreciate you so much. I love you so much. Y'all. Thank y'all. I love y'all. It was such a good, fun experience. I hope y'all got something from this. I love y'all. Out of here.